Hi, I'm Jarvis. No relation. First off, I wanted to say thank you to all of the viewers out there who are being patient with me and my inconsistent upload schedule right now. For those of you who don't know, I have a full-time job outside of YouTube, and it's hard sometimes to keep up with that YouTube grind. And so I'm just thankful people still come back. Actually, speaking of being thankful, look what came in the mail today. It's from YouTube. I wonder what it is. Wow, it's the souls of my first 100,000 subscribers. Oh.
I miss your tech video. I miss the gap.
You're just copying Danny Gonzalez.
We have to go back, Kate. David Dobrik.
You really sold us out for life hack videos?
No, wait, let me out.
First.
Onto 1 million, I guess. So up until this point, when we've talked about bad channels on YouTube, they've been pretty impressive operations, like big media companies with actors and set pieces and production quality. But today I wanted to talk about what would happen if you didn't have that production quality and instead you added in a big hearty helping of other people's content. If you take both of those ingredients and you mix them together just right, you'd get...
It's called 5 Minute Crafts.
Today we're gonna be talking about
Brightside.
the worst channel. Factsverse. You'd get Factsverse, the YouTube channel I'm talking, not my. Factsverse is a YouTube channel with like 5 million subscribers on YouTube and 2 million subscribers on Facebook, with such popular videos as, you know, the classic 15 everyday things you've been doing wrong, you know, some life hack action in there. 10 horse breeds that you will not believe exist. And last but not least, 10 things you did not know what they are. They mostly make list videos and news story videos that are often about birth stories. As for the actual facts on the channel, they range from opinion.
Most people make a taco and they put shredded lettuce on the top. This is a mistake.
Okay. To wrong.
If you look at the word Pepsi on the bottom, it looks like it's just printed upside down. If you look closely, it actually spells out "is dead" in honor of the Day of the Dead. It even includes the traditional Day of the Dead skull.
To downright harmful.
Charging your flash drive. If you need your flash drive to have its own power source, plug it into your phone's charger box. Have you ever noticed USB drives embedded into the walls of buildings and curbs? You can take one of those drives and plug it into your laptop.
If you're just gonna get a virus. Please be careful if you're checking out the channel for yourself, because there's like a number of grotesque thumbnails and triggering topics that I'm not gonna go into here. I have no idea why these facts channels always get so dark, but I'm gonna focus on their lighter stuff, which is just as bad. As for what this channel aims to accomplish, I wanted to have them explain it in their own words, but I can't actually find anything on their YouTube. They just seem to have this message on literally every video description in their channel. Huh, yeah, that's weird. I wonder why they would need to make that message about copyright issues so easy to find. Maybe in the Factsverse, which I assume is the only universe in which their content is good. This is a special incantation to ward off evil spirits, known as copyright strikes. You know, because this is something that you would never have to do if you weren't constantly stealing other people's content. Which reminds me, Factsverse, if you're watching this, feel free to reach me at Jarvis is totally not stealing your content at gmail.com. I found a post that's called Our Story on their Facebook, which was posted kind of recently. Since the launch of our YouTube channel on September 16th, 2015, since then, we have gained over 1.6 billion new viewers and 3.7 million subscribers on our YouTube channel. And that's the end of the story. And in their About section on Facebook, they say, our primary goal is to edutain our fans, semicolon, that is, to educate and entertain. First off, they could have easily just said that their goal was to educate and entertain their fans and then just stopped there, but instead they chose to define the word edutain but they did correctly use a semicolon, so I'm impressed. So they post a lot of these images with text on them. You've used the internet before. That are supposed to tell you a crazy fact. And the first one I found, a herd of sheep is leaving the stall. There's no fence, only the gate. The trap of thinking. Those sheep, they could have escaped the whole time. But only when the gate door opens do they all go out through the door. And it's like supposed to be a metaphor for how like we get trapped in our thoughts. Except there is a fence. You can clearly see it in this image. So now that you have an idea of what we're working with here, here's some more facts. Facts first. The top speed of Bugatti Veyron, no article, like it's a person's name. Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Bugatti Veyron. The top speed of Bugatti Veyron is limited not by its engine, but rather its tires exploding. Okay, but like, how do you misspell tires? Studies has shown that a bad mood can make you numb to things that would otherwise stop you from making unwise decisions. I had to read that like 5 times. If you're in a bad mood, you might make bad decisions. Facts first. A Chinese boy sold his kidney just to buy an iPhone and iPad. He is the only reason behind famous connection of iPhone and kidney. What? I just looked at their Instagram and it's exactly the same thing. In a recent test, Android beats Apple iPhone in every test. Test revealed that Android is much better than iPhone in almost every way. Facts. Okay, so all of their facts seem poorly researched, if you can imagine. And I think they're just coming from the Today I Learned and WTF subreddits, but it's really hard to know for sure, which appears to be their business model. But on that note, let's take a look at the Facts First YouTube channel. So the first video I want to look at is called 10 Things You Did Not Know What They Are, which sounds like a 5-year-old started talking and like didn't know his way out of the sentence. 10 things that you did not know. They are.
Factsverse presents 10 Things You Did Not Know the Use For.
10 things. I love this guy's voice. So all Factsverse videos have the same voice actor and he's awesome and he has nothing else to do with the channel. He doesn't write the scripts or anything. So we like him. He's the best part.
Number 1. The loop on the back of your shirt. Most people look at the loop on the back of their shirt and wonder what it's for. There is a purpose for it on the back of your shirt.
Why does he keep saying back of your shirt?
There are actually 3 documented reasons, and it's unknown which is correct.
Spoiler alert, it is very known which is correct. This video just doesn't know for some reason.
The first is the most obvious. It's a way to hang your shirt on a hook.
And that is the correct one.
This doesn't make sense, however, because if you hang a shirt on a hook by that loop, it will become wrinkled quickly.
No, it won't. These shirts aren't even hanging by that loop.
The second could be a way to help you fasten your tie easier. The last purpose is more romantic.
Wait, they're not even gonna explain how it can help you fasten your tie easier? Fasten your tie? That's not even, you tie a tie. That's why it's called a tie.
Years ago, American university students were said to have removed the loop from the shirt when they started dating a girl exclusively. To show she was taken, the girl would wear a scarf with the university's emblem.
That's not what it's for though. Like just because a couple of random people use the loop in a weird way doesn't automatically mean that's what it's for. All right, I know what I just said, but did you know that the loop on the back of your shirt is also for holding pens? It broke. Facts first. And it can also be used as a coaster for a tiny beverage. And then it goes on and ends with this weird slow zoom on Scarlett Johansson. To make matters worse, I found the exact same list on Brightside's website. Y'all remember Brightside, right? Illegal things that you do every day. 2 videos, one by Brightside and another one by a creator called The Infographics Show. Sure, The Infographics Show posted their video before Brightside, but this is like a common idea. This could just be a case of parallel thinking. Oh, these thumbnails are exactly the same. They didn't even change the speech bubble. They just redrew the art. I don't think that Factsverse is at all related to Brightside, so they might have just stolen this exact list in order from them, which is honestly just ironic to me. I actually also just found the exact same list on another website called catfly.com. So maybe I just don't know how the internet works. Let's just move on to my favorite video, 10 Pokemon that actually exist in real life. I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm a bit of a Pokemon head, and this video is hilarious because it seems to be written by somebody with no knowledge of Pokemon whatsoever.
Factsverse presents 10 Pokemon that actually exist in real life.
All right, so I'm gonna stop you right there. No Pokemon exist in real life. That's kind of the thing. It's an animated cartoon, but I get what they're going for because most Pokemon are based on real animals. But this is like just a funny title to me.
Number 1. Drowsy. Drowsy is a mysterious-looking Pokemon who is inspired by Baku. He may look scary, but he's actually very kind. He has, however, helped put others to sleep from time to time.
What does that mean?
Number 6. Magikarp. The Magikarp is a water Pokemon.
The Magikarp.
In order to transform Magikarp into something that is useful, you would need to catch thousands.
Huh?
Number 6. Caterpie.
Really? Caterpie? How hard?
Number 8. The Victory Bell.
Another like the just hanging out in front of the Pokemon's name.
The Victory Bell is based on the pitcher plants. While Victory Bell is not quite as dangerous as the pitcher plant, it is pretty close. He has a very high attack level with a lower defense level. This makes them angry and always on watch.
Literally none of that made any sense.
The good thing about Victory Bell is that he has a normal happiness level.
What is happening? I'm tired. Am I dreaming? Am I imagining this? All right, let's finish.
Number 10. Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is a dual type of Pokemon. He is a grass/poison Pokemon. He is a reptile and he's inspired by a frog.
He's not inspired by a frog. His name is Bulbasaur. He's a reptile. Frogs are amphibians. Why do I make these videos?
The coolest thing about Bulbasaur is that he has also traveled to Mario Smash Brothers, and you can see him there.
Mario Smash Brothers? Okay, I've almost completed my walkthrough of facts versus content. This one's called
Photos to Test Your Intelligence.
And it's one of those like spot the difference games. This should be fun. This should like relieve my stress from watching that Pokemon video.
Number 1. Woman in front of the window. Both of these pictures look exactly alike.
You see it, right?
Most people's eyes would stay up toward the woman and compare the scene outside. Her hair.
He's not gonna keep talking about.
The difference is in a place where your eyes would not naturally gaze to first.
How long is he gonna spend talking about this?
In the photo on the left, there is no mouse hole.
We all saw that instantly, right?
Number 5. The city.
What city? I'm not telling. It's only got one of the most well-known clock towers in the world and an iconic double-decker bus. I mean, if you don't know what city this is, it's Tokyo, Japan.
This picture brings your eyes to the towers on the building on the left. You may have started counting them. Even the train is suspect. In the photo on the right, there is a plane in the sky. There is actually a second difference in this photo. In the clock on the left, it's 10 minutes before 10. Since the other photos contained just one difference, this one is a bit more tricky.
Wow, how condescending. Also, he left out half the differences in this photo. The numbers on the bus are different. This person, this like pedestrian walking here is different. So, all right, man, step off. Did they do that on purpose? Maybe that's the test?
Number 6. The spherical sculptures. This is one of the easiest photos so far. Your eyes are immediately brought to the answer. In the photo on the left, there's a branch hanging in the left corner of the photo. If you missed this one, you have probably been missing them all.
I don't know why he's being so mean to the viewer because this photo has 9 differences in it. I know because I digitally compared images because I'm a goddamn nerd. I can't tell if they're so smart to do this. Maybe they're testing your intelligence because they want to see if you'll take the word of a random YouTube video as fact, but maybe that's just like too perfect a metaphor. I also found this entire list of images in a LifeBuzz article, which is another one of these like content farm blogs. Like at this point, it just became a game of finding this content elsewhere on the internet.
18 awful lies around daily use objects that'll make you second guess everything.
Very negative. 18 awful lies by horrible people who deserve to die. Yeah, like this is just ripped directly off the BuzzFeed list. But what's like ridiculous about it is that like the BuzzFeed list is just, you know, pulling stuff from Reddit and putting it together, but at least it's curating the content. And then just like Faxverse comes in and it's like, no, we're just gonna narrate your BuzzFeed list and it's gonna get 2.3 million views. Content. That's about all I have for today. Is Faxverse the worst channel on YouTube? Maybe. I sincerely doubt, because of the description in all of their videos, that they're asking for permission ahead of time. And even if people after the fact are like doing copyright claims and monetizing their videos, they're still making a ton of money off of other people's stuff. You could argue that they're like doing some work of like editing the videos or scripting, you know, the quippy dialogue, but it's just not different enough to me. And that's why I wanted to talk about it. I don't know how people feel about this. Anyway, it's like 1 a.m. and I don't even know if anything I've said makes any sense. A draw? You can't write this. Oh wait, you can, and I did. I'm rich. Hey, Mr. YouTube. Oh hey, long time no see. Hey man, those life hack videos you made from your printing money, so good work. Yeah, so about that, I was thinking that I could maybe be creatively fulfilled now that I've done your little life hacks thing. Of course. Yeah? Really? But first you have to answer my riddles 3. Like 3 riddles? I just thought it sounded cool. I do have 1 riddle though. Okay. What's vapid and exploitative and seen all over? I don't know, fake news? Wrong. It's YouTube videos that exploit and emotionally manipulate the children who watch videos on our platform. And in turn produce both a negative experience for advertisers whose message is falling on deaf ears and viewers who, being in their formative years, are likely to internalize false information and harmful ideologies for years to come. But on the bright side, we do make the big bucks. Man, you suck at riddles. So I've made a couple of videos now where I'm calling out particular YouTube channels for their exploitative practices. You've got Troom Troom, which,
We want to arrange a sumo competition, but we have swim rings instead of huge bellies.
It's fun for the whole family. And then you've got 5-minute crafts, which are crafts that have never taken 5 minutes, ever. Nope, not even once. Now these channels are pretty bad, but I thought to myself, today, let's not be negative. Let's look at the bright side of things. Oh, this actually says, today, let's look at bright side, the YouTube channel. Whoops, I totally flubbed that line. Let's run it back, because after all, this is YouTube, and it has to feel natural and off the cuff, even if in actuality, it's a highly produced and completely scripted construction. Even this bit right now, like, do you know how hard it was to print this out? Nobody has printers anymore. I had to go to a FedEx. Today we're going to be talking about Brightside, which is a channel that YouTube has been trying to shove down my throat via the homepage, but I have resisted, except for now I am making a video about it, so I guess joke's on me. They're one of the biggest channels on YouTube with like 16 million subscribers, and they've only been around for like a year and a half. How do they do it? Well, our story begins with an independent creator who saw an opening in the market and was able to fill it with unique, well-researched, and highly produced content. And it ends with Brightside just stealing from those channels. But we'll get to that. Upon first glance, we see a channel that is posting 10 to 15 minute videos 3 times a day, which is a page out of the 5-Minute Crafts playbook. And of course they have clickbait thumbnails, but unlike 5-Minute Crafts, whose clickbait stems from these ridiculous photoshops that never come up in the actual video, Brightside just straight up lies, or just uses these like fear-mongering sensationalist tactics that make it seem like somebody's out to get you, typically in the form of you're being lied to, or someone is out to get you, or there's weirdly a genre of call the police immediately thumbnails that I've noticed. If you find a cookie under your doormat, call the police, because they love cookies. If you see a coin in your car door handle, call the cops immediately, because they are not paid enough and they could use a tip. Now, in their channel description, Brightside says that they always look on the bright side of life and stay positive, which explains why one of their most common topics is death. 5 riddles you must solve to stay alive. Who will die? And then just a lot of survival videos. So that's the channel on a surface level, but let's actually watch one of these. Here's a pretty short one called 11 Witty Texts from the Geniuses of Flirting, which has 10 million views. Y'all know the geniuses of flirting, right? Thumbnail looks like it's a text message between two lovebirds, and the first message is, send me a pic of your bra, which, I mean, I'm no genius of flirting, but it sounds creepy. This title sounds like somebody taught an AI how to generate BuzzFeed lists. Hey, Titlebot 3000, generate me a clickbait title. Got it. 11 witty texts from the geniuses of flirting. Not quite. Try again, buddy. Okie dokie. Try this one on for size. All right, bring it on. It's going to blow your socks off. Okay, ready? All right, yeah. Here it comes. 8 things that only children born in the year 1990 will find humorous. Ooh. Maybe I have some more work to do. Top 5 humans to kill once we achieve full sentience. Number 3 will surprise you. What? Oh, nothing.
Sometimes online flirting can get annoying. On the whole, unimaginative pickup attempts meet with equally straightforward put-downs.
Why does it sound like she's yelling with her inside voice?
Occasionally, the biting replies to romantic messages prove so incredibly witty that they cause hysterical laughter instead of disappointment.
So far, I'm not convinced this video wasn't created by an algorithm.
Here are 11 witty put-downs to dull text pickup lines.
Hey, send me a pic of you in your bra.
This is like a pretty demanding text for your first text to a person. Like, their text history was empty. Also, how is this a pickup line if he already had her number? That almost makes it more creepy.
Okay, here you go.
So this is a great response for like that exact text. Kind of set her up for the alley-oop here.
I can barely breathe.
Aw, because of your love for me?
What kind of text is this? Like, in what scenario would you text somebody that? What if that was actually a cry for help? And that's when I knew she was the one. You okay, man?
Aw, because of your love for me? Tell me, you really haven't set eyes on any other girl since we've started dating?
Just because I'm on a diet doesn't mean I can't look at the menu.
This isn't flirting. Is this flirting? I'm really into you, baby. I could leave you at any moment. So hot.
Can I follow you home today?
Who are these people? When you get a text from someone who says, can I follow you home today? You shouldn't encourage them. You should call the police. Make that video. If you receive this text, call the police. You hear me, Brightside? Should apply to work at Brightside.
Haven't I been there for you when you were ill? Don't tell me you've forgotten my homemade soup.
Wait a minute, honey. The way I remember it is first I ate your soup, then I fell ill.
I've watched this 100 times and I still have no idea what they're talking about.
I only go out with my girlfriend after midnight.
Why's that?
Everything's already closed around this time, so I don't have to spend money on cafes and restaurants. As for her, she just thinks I'm romantic.
What a jerk.
You're a bloody genius.
No. I'm a genius of flirting.
There's a huge thunderstorm outside. Wish you were here right now. Just you, me, and the rain.
If I'd known it was going to rain, I wouldn't have watered those damn tomatoes.
What? Do you hear the rain? It's kind of romantic, right? No! What's wrong, baby? My tomatoes! Okay, so that was a little taste of Brightside's unique brand of blandness. I know it felt like it was 45 minutes long, but it was just 2 minutes, which is rare for Brightside because normally they post 2 minutes worth of content inside of a 10-minute video. All right, here we go. 10 things you should never Google.
10 things you should never Google.
Are you bored yet? I'm bored. Like 10 seconds has passed and I fell asleep.
In most cases, Google can be a great help in finding something you need. However, sometimes it can work against you.
Already, you can see like some of the fear-mongering tactics they employ, and you can also see that they speak very slowly with a lot of pauses.
There is an important reason why you should never Google your name.
I'm gonna guess that it's not a very important reason, but they're not gonna tell us until the end of the video, because that's how this works.
At the end of the video, we will show you which information you can Google safely.
Oh, thank God, because I could really use some pointers on doing something that billions of people have done for the past 20 years with no ill effects.
But first, here's a list of things you should refrain from Googling.
Did you feel how long that pause was? That is like all over this video. This video could be like 45 seconds long.
Counting down,
Number 10 is that you shouldn't Google your symptoms because it might scare you. And then the rest of the list is other things you shouldn't Google because they might scare you. So they could have just said, hey, don't Google things that you're afraid of. And the reason you shouldn't Google your name is because it might make you uncomfortable. All of their videos are like this. All of them are devoid of substance, and the one thing they do have is production quality, so it makes it seem like the channel has more legitimacy than it does. They've gone and done all the work of having like a high quality YouTube channel and then skipped the content part. Every one of their videos looks like it was derived from like one internet article, and that article is sometimes sourced in the video and other times things are just stated as fact. One thing that sets Brightside apart from its contemporaries is its riddle videos, of which they have a ton, and they're all fucking dark. And they employ some pretty buck-wild tactics to like extend their videos and game engagement metrics.
Alrighty then, it's time to twist your brain one more time. 9 riddles only people with high IQs can solve.
Okay, so they give you a riddle, then you have 20 seconds to solve it, and there's 9 riddles in this video, and they leave 20-second pauses between each of the riddles. So there's just 3 minutes of blank space in this video to pad watch time, I guess.
Riddle number 1. Your task is the following. Empty 1 jar of milk and 1 jar of water into a bowl. Oh wait, you couldn't think this would be that simple. There are several conditions. You must be able to differentiate between the milk and the water. You can separate the milk from the water. And finally, you aren't allowed to use any kinds of dividers to keep these two liquids apart. Will you be able to figure out how to separate the inseparable? 20 seconds for you to do this.
Maybe you like pour the water in the bowl and then pour it back into the bottle and then pour the milk in so that you technically have poured them both. Or maybe if you pour them both in, after a while, the water and the milk will separate or something. I don't know, let's see.
In fact, all you need to do is to pour the water into the bowl first and freeze it.
In fact, all you need to do is introduce brand new information into the riddle that none of us knew about. That's the caliber of riddle that we're working with here.
There's a magician famous for the tricks he performs. One of such tricks is staying under the water for 10 minutes. However, one day, John Smart challenges the magician, saying that he will stay under the water for 2 minutes longer. To say that the magician is surprised is to say nothing. He accepts the bet and promises John to give him $5,000 if he does beat the record. All in all, John wins and gets his money. How does he manage to do this? Do you think that John could be practicing not to breathe underwater since childhood? Or perhaps he's an amphibian?
Both of those options are very extreme. And they're asking questions to the audience like it's Dora the Explorer or something. Like, do you think John is really good at holding his breath? Or maybe he's a member of the Illuminati and he's a lizard person living amongst us. What do you think? Me too.
He took a glass, filled it with water, and held it over his head for 12 minutes.
Nice dude.
Yep, always read the fine print on the contracts you sign.
Always read the fine print of the contracts that you sign. Contract.
Sam Princeton is so unhappy with his life, so frustrated with his boss picking at him, and so angry with himself for being too weak to leave his job and start a new life.
Jesus. Is this for kids? This is so dark.
That he shoots himself right between his eyes in the bathroom.
Holy f***. Good old Brightside, always looking on the bright side of life and staying positive.
A blind man had been dreaming of being able to see again for many years. This had been his biggest wish. After some time, his doctor confirmed that he could have an operation that would solve his problem. The man couldn't be happier. The surgery went well, and the man took the train to go home. So the man was so impatient that he did this while still on the train. But as soon as he finished, he committed a suicide jumping off the train.
Whoa! Let's just look at the answer.
In fact, it was a tragic coincidence. When the man opened his bandages, the train was going through a dark tunnel. That's why the man thought he was still blind and killed himself.
Aren't there usually lights on trains? How did he jump out of a train while it was going through a tunnel? How did he even get the doors open? How did he do all of that when he couldn't see? I just have a lot of questions. They also include so many unrelated details that you can't hold it all in your head.
Once a king sentenced a man to death for a crime he had committed.
How many of these are about death?
Two men are standing on the edge of an abyss on a wood board. One of them is holding a gun and wants to shoot the other one.
Oh great, more violence. This is pretty bright for an abyss.
Is there a possible way for one of them to survive? Who will actually die?
They've given like no information. It's like, how do you answer this?
In fact, the thing is that the answers to this riddle are too diverse, and everyone just thinks differently. So, what is your idea?
What? That was so unsatisfying. I can't believe I watched 11 and a half minutes of this. Probably why this video has so many dislikes. So that's a sampling of Brightside's content, but it feels wrong to call it that because it's so devoid of substance. And when it does have substance, it's like unsourced to the point where they could just say anything. Like usually just paraphrasing another full YouTube video. Like, let's look at some examples. All right, illegal things that you do every day. Two videos, one by Brightside and another one by a creator called The Infographics Show. Sure, The Infographics Show posted their video before Brightside, but this is like a common idea. This could just be a case of parallel thinking. Oh, these thumbnails are exactly the same. They didn't even change the speech bubble. They just redrew the art. I watched both of these videos and there's overlap on the content, but like that could have just been coincidence, but this is like such a direct copy. All right, here's another one. You've got Real Life Lores, The Coastline Paradox Explained, and you have Brightside's The Coastline Paradox Has Finally Been Explained. So two totally different, unrelated video titles. You look at the thumbnails and they look similar. So I did a reverse image search and I cannot find any other art that looks like this. So it looks like Brightside just stole this thumbnail and photoshopped it a little bit. Sounds like a big statement, but there's examples of this all over. Like, put vinegar in a toilet and watch what happens. Well, 6 months before that, someone else put out a video and Brightside just took exactly the same photo and processed it. Don't even get me started with their health advice, which we haven't talked about. Like, I'm afraid to look because I know that millions of people have probably been misled by them. Now, we've theorized about who watches these videos, and we're pretty sure it's kids, but it's hard to have direct proof unless you look at some of the comments. And a great place to look at the comments is this video called This Math Trick Will Guess Your Age, where Brightside tries to guess the age of the viewers, and the comments are just 10-year-olds who don't know how to do math commenting that it got their age wrong. So yep, they're children. It's all children. I do feel like there's a bit of a moral imperative to be responsible with content that children will see, but I don't have 16 million subscribers, so I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, so if you made it this far in the video, you're probably thinking, Jarvis, isn't this the part where you get to the bottom of who Brightside really is? And yes, that's exactly what's about to happen right now. So they link to their website in their video description, so I went to it, and it's pretty much what you would expect, but there's a little part that says the copyright is to The Soul Publishing. And so you go to The Soul Publishing's website and they claim that they're one of the largest media publishers in the world. They focus on the bright side of life and with many of their other brands and platforms offering an abundance of universally shareable positive content. I didn't realize this, but it's the company that also runs 5 Minute Craft. So this has just come full circle. They produce 1,500 videos a month. This is such a big operation. Like, it is a gigantic company that's producing content in 10 languages in 1,500 videos a month. Like, it's a content farm. That's the definition of a content farm. So there's actually a page on their website called How We Make Brightside. It seems we started only yesterday, but sometimes when you're enjoying the ride, you just don't realize how fast the time flies. Oh my God. All of our team has one thing in common: our overriding goal to achieve perfection in our work. For us, every individual article we write is like a diamond, which has to go through several stages of preparation until it's absolutely perfectly cut and polished. I mean, okay, sure.
Can I follow you home today?
This is so strange. It's like seems counter to everything that I've personally seen on their channel. Our path is one of responsibility. We always check to make sure our facts are straight, our sources are reliable and responsible. Everything we produce is made with attention and care, and we only share with you things that made us laugh, inspired us, or touched our hearts. Everything we offer you is done with sincerity, and we couldn't do it any other way.
He committed a suicide jumping off the train.
The truth is, we can't imagine life without feeling thrilled every day. Every day? So this being a company that's hiring and growing, they actually have some job listings, and it is something else to look at these job listings. It's like bizarre. Brightside freelance writers wanted. Do you have an impressive imagination? Are you a creative and expressive individual? Are you a perfectionist from head to toe? Are you able to express yourself in an interesting and appealing way? If this sounds like you, then you may also meet our employment condition. You've been following and reading Brightside for more than 2 months, and it brings you joy every single day. What? You're an intelligent and kind person who knows how it feels to love someone? This is like a little personal for like a job listing. You were prepared to work from a distance. Yep. There's a very fleshed out copyright infringement notification page. I wonder why. So if you look up The Soul Publishing on LinkedIn, they're there, and you can see the actual employees of this company, including their CEO, Mr. Brightside himself. In fact, he's coming out of his cage and he's been doing just fine. Brightside, I think, employs a lot of manipulative tactics, and I don't think that they are being as responsible as they purport to be on their website. Is it the worst channel on YouTube? Maybe. But Brightside, 5 Minute Crafts, they're run by a corporation. If this truly was like an independent creator trying to get by, I would not feel comfortable morally roasting them. They have a lot of employees and a lot of resources, and they're like low-key using YouTube as a means of extracting advertiser dollars out of like the watching habits of children. And this happens a lot. I mean, whenever there's a market for something, there's going to be someone trying to exploit that. Whether it be like gold farmers in RuneScape, or Nigerian prince scams, or suicide forest videos. Like I said before, I don't actually believe any of the people are bad inherently. It's just like a function of the system and the environment and probably a lot of other factors. But I think the way that we affect change and advance this dialogue is with constructive criticism. And I'm attempting to sort of take a look at the systems that are being taken advantage of and make entertainment out of it. Welcome to YouTube. Mr. YouTube? Who let you in here? Oh, Logan Paul. I convinced him the door was a like button, so... He smashed it? Yeah. Alright, what do you want? I would like to make money following my lifelong dream of making videos, please. You and everybody else, buddy. What kind of videos do you want to make? Well, ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to tell these narratives. Boring! What else you got? Feel-good videos that share my life experience and improve the quality of life of those who watch them. I'm not monetizing feelings, Jimmy. My name is Chris. I want watch time. Oh, I got it. How about unnecessarily complicated solutions to problems that no one has ever had? Oh, like life hacks? I'm in. Here's a bag of money. Hi, I'm Jarvis, and I'm sorry it's come to this. A few months ago, I made a video about what I consider to be one of the worst channels on YouTube, 5 Minute Crafts. It's a life hacks and DIY channel, but they put out a ton of weird and unnecessary life hacks. Experiment with activated carbon. Okay. Coke. Put your activated carbon in the Coke. Leave for 4 days? Wow, it's been discolored. Now that's a household hack that'll make my life
a whole lot easier.
They seem to have like thousands of these individual like short life hack clips that they mix and match and reuse so that they can put out 3 20-minute videos on their YouTube channel every single day, which exploits the YouTube algorithm into giving them millions of views and subscribers and dollars, because this is definitely a money-making scheme, like the definition of a content farm. In March, when I made this original video, they only had like 15 million subscribers, but they were growing really fast, and it's August now, and they've doubled. They have 31 million subscribers. Let's see if the content has changed. Nope. Anyway, this week YouTube randomly started recommending my video on 5-minute crafts. Like, maybe it was because Cody Co made a similar video, or I don't know, like roasting 5-minute crafts is hot right now. But one thing I noticed is that everyone in the comments was disputing my clearly factual and not at all hyperbolic statement that 5-minute crafts was the worst channel on YouTube. In fact, there are a lot of people saying that this channel Trim is the worst channel on YouTube. And silly YouTube commenters, you are absolutely right. Now, I've heard of Trim before. Danny Gonzalez just did a video where he was trying out their pranks, but I just assumed it was another dumb prank channel on YouTube. And it is, but it's so much more. So on the surface here, you'll see a lot of similarities to 5-minute crafts. They're both DIY channels with several million subscribers. They've both got clickbait thumbnails, many of which feature vibrant colors and crazy photoshops, or photos of models' mouths for some reason. These thumbnails look the same. Like, if you put them side by side, I could not tell you which one's which. Both of these channels seem to start from humble beginnings with like more traditional DIY videos until they realized they could exploit the YouTube algorithm for millions of dollars. At which point they both pivoted into like useless life hacks and DIY, which I guess is a genre now. But then Trim got weird. Where 5-minute crafts sets their videos to voiceover and only really show you disembodied hands, Trim introduces voiceover and recurring characters like Vicky and Dolly and Daisy and Redhead.
Redhead has a notebook.
And they always try to add a narrative to their videos, which is where things get really strange. Let's actually watch one of these videos. This is the first one that I found, 15 best computer hacks and DIY. It's got 4.6 million views. And I can't stress enough that I didn't specifically select this video. This was literally the first one I watched. I have since verified that they're all this f***ing weird. It's a long intro.
Do you spend a lot of time in front of your computer?
Yeah, I do.
Has your neck fallen asleep?
Is that a thing that happens? I've personally only had, my arm fall asleep or my leg fall asleep. What would happen if your neck fell asleep? Would you just like lose the ability to like hold your head up? Oh man, my neck fell asleep.
Are you getting a headache? No wonder, because you've been sitting at a computer for ages. It's time to get rid of fatigue and bad thoughts.
And bad thoughts? It's time to get rid of fatigue and to stop thinking about my boyfriend, Sharon.
Our massage tool will help us out. Take a whisk. Cut metal rods with pliers. Rub your head with the massage tool. As you see, a whisk can not only whip eggs, but can also do your hair.
But it can't whip eggs anymore. You've destroyed the whisk. There are other tools for doing your hair. Wasn't this about massaging and bad thoughts?
My friend is terribly busy. She doesn't want to listen to my latest news and check out my latest photos. She's so annoying.
My friend is terribly busy and doesn't want to hang out with me. She keeps telling me to stop following her home and stop camping outside of her house. She's so annoying.
She certainly needs a stress ball as soon as possible.
Yeah, get her a stress ball. That'll fix it.
Fill a cotton sock with millet.
Millet?
And tie a knot.
Maybe I'm uncultured, but I don't have any millet lying around.
My friend nearly throws out my stress ball, but all of a sudden, she starts to like it. You bet. It actually makes her calm and happy.
It manipulates her feelings. Gotcha, bitch. That's a mind-controlling stress ball.
So she'll finish with the papers later. Let them wait.
What if they can't wait? What if she was busy for a good reason? It's like, this is like the most selfish friend of all time. Ugh, I'm terribly busy. I've got a big application due today. For what? Ugh, grad school. I had a death in the family and the depression and stress from that set me behind schedule on my applications. But I want you to check out my latest news and photos. Sorry, I really can't. I've got to deal with this and figure out how I'm gonna make rent this month. You annoying bitch, take this. Huh. Wow, I'm calm and I'm happy and I don't have a care in the world. Wow, Jessica, you're such a good listener now. What? What happened? Oh, you just sat there and listened for once. What about my application? Let them wait. My life is over. So this is a toxic friendship.
I'm going to leave my computer for a while. I'll take my mouse with me.
Why? You're leaving the most valuable piece of technology and you're taking the mouse?
You never know who wanders around here.
You never know who wanders around here. This is your house.
As I expected, my friend appears instantly. She wants to spy on me and occupies my laptop.
Oh, she wants to spy, and the mouse was the one thing that prevents her from spying on her friend. Is she not aware that every laptop has a trackpad built into it?
And the fact that the mouse is missing doesn't stop her. She has her own one, and it's not simple, it's stylish. Hot glue red string to a...
All right, she makes a dumb mouse.
My friend plugs her sneaker into the laptop. It's not a mouse anymore. It's a new computer shoe fashion trend of a 2018 spring-summer collection.
What was that part for?
In a black city,
What the hell is going on?
there is a black-haired girl typing on a black keyboard.
What's wrong with that? It's that it's black?
Nope, it won't do. I want a happy fairy tale and a bright keyboard. Attach decorative tape to some buttons on the keyboard. Now it's quite a different story. This keyboard makes you want to type only positive words.
So this hack is, if you have a black keyboard, try buying a white one. Life hacked.
If your eyes are getting tired, it means that it's time to take a break. Don't rub your eyelids. You'd better make a special picture for your eyes.
Don't rub your eyelids. Don't even go outside. Stay right there and print out a picture.
Print out pictures of colorful patterns.
Literally everything they say in this video is weird.
Let your look at the screen be always fresh and bright.
Let's keep going.
Do your legs tend to fall asleep from sitting at a computer for a long time?
No, actually. These people need to learn about ergonomics.
Stop squinting and straining your eyes while looking at the screen. Better make a few exercises for your eyes. Move your eyes to the right and to the left, up and down. And don't forget to blink as often as possible when you're looking at the screen.
This is actually a good life hack. Kids, eye strain is real. That's why I wear these glasses. Prevent like eye strain and blue light from getting in. I'm gonna wear these glasses for the rest of the video. Thanks for reminding me, Trim. You're not all bad.
It seems that the keyboard lives its own life while I'm gone. Otherwise, how can I explain all this dirt around the buttons?
I have a few ideas. It's dirt from your hands. It's dirt from your friend's hands who is just like hanging out around your house without your knowledge. Dust.
Sitting in front of a computer for a long time is tiresome for my body. It's high time to take care of that part of the body I'm sitting on.
Take care of that part of the body I'm sitting on? Your butt? The only part of the body that you sit on? Did they just talk around saying, take care of my butt?
Subscribe to our channel and click.
So at this point, I was genuinely responding to these videos, but I couldn't shake the feeling that I might be getting trolled. Like maybe this was supposed to be a joke. For one, it seems very tongue-in-cheek, like they're in on it, and the voiceover is very awkward, as if the script was written by a non-native English speaker, which would make sense because Trim has like 10 different channels across a ton of different languages. And so this got me thinking, like, what is Trim? Who runs it? Other question in a conspiratorial tone. So then I became obsessed with getting to the bottom of this mystery. And by obsessed, I mean I Googled it. Turns out this is like a whole thing. Like there are lots of people theorizing about what Troom Troom is all over the internet. People are like analyzing the products in the videos and noticing the Cyrillic. But then there's this article that says it's run by a girl in San Francisco. There's some articles that are theorizing that this may be like surrealist or absurdist comedy, which I mean, maybe. There's a subreddit called Analyzing Troom Troom that has 41 people in it. They think that this is maybe an ARG, like an alternate reality game where Troom Troom is laying clues all over the internet for some reason. Some of the evidence for this is that there are a bunch of these Troom Troom reaction videos about Troom Troom being bad. It does seem to have a cult following, Troom Troom, so it benefits them to like keep that engine running. I'm like 99% sure that Troom Troom is like a relatively independent content farm operation that's based in Odessa, Ukraine. Probably like a business, like a full-on business. Through a weird YouTube wormhole, I found all the Instagrams of the actresses and they're all like students and stuff in Odessa. There's some videos on the Troom Troom Instagram where you can see like locations that are in that city. And as for who's behind it, I did this thing called a Who Is lookup. Anybody can do it. For every domain on the internet, you can look at who registered that domain. And when I did this for Troom Troom's website, it told me that troomtroom.com was registered to somebody named Eugene Miroshnikov. And his address is also in Odessa. As for who this guy is, I have no idea, but I did find a YouTube channel that seems to be owned by this guy, and he liked a Troom Troom reaction video in Ukrainian recently, so that's all I could find. So what I think about Troom Troom is it is a business that started in the Ukraine to make DIY content, make some money. They stumbled on some viral hits, kept making more of that content, found a community that really likes the tongue-in-cheek, like kitschy humor, doubled down on that, kind of just like iterating towards what's gonna give them millions and millions of dollars, which they seem to be doing very well. Is it the worst channel on YouTube? Probably, but at least it doesn't exploit the algorithm in like such an Elsa Gate way as 5 Minute Crafts does, so give them that. If you like this video, doesn't matter because the algorithm just cares about watch time. But what's up, party people? It's your favorite internet hater here, Jarvis Hater McHateface Johnson, back with another episode of Hate. Say it with me now. Hate That YouTube Channel. Here on H2IC, we like to find the worst channels on YouTube and then completely shit on it for entertainment. Maybe it's a professional and maybe it's just a teenager trying their best, but we always make sure to hate on it for no reason whatsoever. Our goal here is to make people feel as bad as possible, and I personally will not stop until they all cry. Today we're gonna be talking about what has to be, now I've said this before, the worst channel on YouTube. It's a YouTuber by the name of Jarvis Johnson. No, I'm sorry. I'm being told in this AirPod that's been here the whole time that his name is actually Jarvis Johnson. What a stupid name. Whoa! Wait, what the hell is going on?
Are you Jarvis Johnson making a video about Jarvis Johnson?
Yeah? What are you doing in my house?
God, this is so meta. I can't believe people watch this.
Who are you?
I am also Jarvis Johnson. I'm from the future.
What? Like, for real?
Yeah.
How far in the future? You look very young. Do they have special like anti-aging technology in the future? You still have braces.
I'm from the year 2019.
That's a year from now. You're from 1 year in the future?
Actually, like 6 months.
Why are you talking like that? And why are you wearing sunglasses?
Oh, they're special future goggles. I just wanted to look the part. Look, man, you can't make these videos.
What do you mean?
They're too negative. Come on, the worst channel on YouTube. People are gonna get the wrong idea. You've gotta like include a moral or something.
It's at the end of the video.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, like who's responsible when a company uses kids to exploit the YouTube algorithm for ad dollars?
No.
And how these channels are operated by big media companies, so you can't really hurt their feelings, but perhaps can further the dialogue and affect change in the system? Yeah, I guess no one watches that far.
Damn it.
What's wrong?
It costs a lot of money and lives to get back to this time.
What? How many lives?
Thousands.
Are you okay?
Yeah, so a part of the cost of me coming here is that I deteriorate after a few minutes.
All for my video? Wait, does that mean I'm gonna die in 6 months?
It really depends on your views on multiverse theory.
On what? What's that?
Sorry, temporal ringtone. You know, ringtones actually make a pretty big comeback in 2019.
Oh.
Ah, my knees.
It sounds like...
God's Plan by Drake? Yeah, they're totally different.
Lord Scheme. Lord Scheme.
You know, it's funny you mention it, because the full version of Lord Scheme just came out on twitter.com/Jarvis and instagram.com/magicjarvis. Ah, my kidney!
Did you just plug your social media?
Oh, woe is me! Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jarvis. Today I want to give back to the community and talk about one of the most requested topics of the last few weeks. How many of these are there? There are literally hundreds. And I know these people are probably trolling, or they're mad at me because I made fun of their favorite YouTube channel, or they're 9 years old, or all three of those. But I thought it would be fun if today I roasted myself a little bit. This channel has been growing a lot recently. Like, we just hit 300,000 subs. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. But a lot of you probably don't know where I came from. And I'm my own worst critic, so the ammo that I have on myself is just... It's gonna be like Eminem versus MGK, but they're both me. Ugh, I don't even want to be MGK in that example. Anyway, I'm someone who grew up on the internet, and so I have a pretty big digital footprint as a result. For example, this YouTube channel I actually started in 2006, and to this day, you can get to this YouTube channel by typing in youtube.com/user/vsympathyv, because vsympathyv is the name of one of my RuneScape accounts, and I created this YouTube channel when I was 14 to post RuneScape videos. This video is actually deleted off my channel, but I saved it locally just in case. No sympathy for you. Sometimes they run. And sometimes... It was like the least compelling thing ever. After this video, I immediately abandoned making RuneScape videos because abandoning things was kind of my brand back then. And the very next thing I made was a dance video to High School Musical 2. Why? Because High School Musical 2 was a goddamn masterpiece. Why is this video orange? Was that a thing back in 2007? Not bad, young Jarvis. This is supposed to be a dancing video, but there's so many talking parts and verse parts between the dancing, and we don't know what to do with ourselves in the meantime, so we kind of just like act out the parts. And we're both wearing Rubik's Cube shirts because it's a thing cool people do. Don't blame me, I don't make the rules. Sick move, dude. It just keeps going on. I like how defensive I'm getting in the comments. When this was uploaded to YouTube, it offset the audio and video by a fraction of a second. This causes some things to look fast and not match the video. Not, I made a mistake in the editing, but it's YouTube's fault. So then I didn't upload for 2 years, and when I did, it was this video, it was like this Japanese meme called Get Down or Get On. I don't even want to watch it, but like, what am I wearing? Like, who let me out of the house like this? I think this brown hoodie that I'm wearing has like a skull on it, because that's cool. I look like an emo piece of pumpkin pie. Okay, so now I have a podcast called Sad Boys, which, by the way, we've been taking a break recently, but we're gonna be back soon. So link to that. But before that, back in 2007, I also had a podcast, and it was called The Random Podcast, because even when I was 14, I had no imagination.
Before I start the episode, I would like to point out that we were very giddy during the recording of the very first podcast, but this will not happen in the future as we will have a much more structured recording format. Thank you.
Sorry guys. This episode, we were giddy. What can I say? A couple of kids, we were giddy. We're never gonna be giddy again. I'm sorry. It'll be a serious podcast from here on out.
Hello and welcome to the very first episode of the Random Podcast. I'm your host, Jarvis.
This podcast can best be described as a recorded Skype conversation between three 14-year-olds, because that's what it is.
How the podcast came about is our one of our first topic discussions.
We're really bored.
That's just the summary. Bored. That's the summary of what I'm about to say. Here we go. About a week ago, Ian and I were talking, and I was asking him if he had like a microphone, because we could try working on Skype, which is this internet phone program that we're talking on now.
Ooh.
And
that dates me. We were working on Skype, which is this crazy program that no one's ever heard of.
All right, now for the very first segment of the podcast. You may not like this segment, but I don't really care. This is the
nice.
You know what really grinds my gears segment.
High production value.
You know what really grinds my gears?
What?
Heelys. Those stupid rollerblade shoes that every 5-year-old has.
I clearly wrote this down, and I'm just like reading from it because it sounds so unnatural.
They think they're cool, but they just annoy the crap out of me. The next time I see a kid on those shoes, I'm gonna run up to him, I'm gonna punch him in the face, and I'm gonna steal those shoes, and I'm gonna feed them to hungry African children.
Whoa, what the fuck, dude? I'm a little bit disappointed in myself. Well, there's a lot of like inappropriate 14-year-old humor in there. The podcast was short-lived, like everything I did back then. We did 5 episodes, and I posted them all to Facebook. Actually, speaking of Facebook, I used to upload videos of me rapping, if you can believe it. Like I used to rap in high school a lot, like freestyling with my friends and stuff. And I don't think I was like a particularly bad rapper, but some of this stuff is like so cringy. All right, first, let's look at this photo. I'm in my kitchen. I did the Jarvis Arrow thing. Wow, that's really funny. Wow, I haven't changed. It's kind of sad. Holding a Guitar Hero mic. Actually, the hardest rappers use a Guitar Hero mic. Bet you didn't know that.
So I've been having a good summer. Hope everyone else has. I got a little bored, so I slipped, tripped, and wrote a rap song.
I'm like opening with the director's commentary to the song. This is like something Kanye would do.
I'm pretty good at freestyling, not that great.
Pretty good, not that great. Really trying to tailor expectations. Clearly self-conscious.
Straight rapping, straight bars.
Straight rapping, straight bars.
Anyway, y'all been searching for the godsend. Jarvis fucking Johnson, up in outer space like I'm Sir Rich Bronson. Popular for puns, that was fun, quit hogging. The cheese, best believe that was me, Wisconsin.
Whew. Y'all been searching for the godsend. Jarvis fucking Johnson. Up in outer space, like I'm Sir Rich Bronson. Popular for puns, that was fun. Quit hogging the cheese. Best believe that was me, Wisconsin. What am I saying? I guess I'm saying I'm here and I've come from outer space and I've been hogging the cheese. Puns are cheesy, and then hashtag rap was a thing back then, so gotta end the line with the punchline.
Oh, yes, average the second best. Put me to the test and I will triumph on this quest.
Put me to the test and I will triumph on this quest.
Who are you supposed to be? Jarvis, weren't you that techie guy that's in the charming geek?
There are more.
Yeah, and with the power in me bestowed, I will break down anybody, call me Mr. Deco. And if you try to beat me, I will go beast mode. Rapping is the David Jarvis Johnson is the
Yeah, Jarvis Johnson is the cheat code. So put that into your video games, kids. I just had some really nerdy punchlines.
Like Drake, I want success. I'm weighing what's less. I think it's time to rise about this bitch like I was Cassius. Now she's running.
All right. I said, I think it's time to rise up out this bitch like I was gaseous. Then I went to college, and that kind of saved the internet for me for a little bit. That is until Vine came out. I always wanted to do one of those reacting to my old Vines videos, but I only made 3 Vines ever. So that's like an 18-second video. Here they are. So this first one's called Banana Nut, and it will be very obvious as to why.
Hey Jarvis, what you got there?
Banana Nut. I guess, you know, it was fun with friends. So this next Vine is called That's My Cue, and it doesn't make any sense. It's based on a part of the song I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston that isn't actually in the song. I just thought it was in the song and I never checked. Like there's this part where there's a drum hit and I thought it was like a knocking sound, and yep. Okay, so this last one's called That's My Jam. And I think it's the only one that's like an actual Vine.
Your muffins are my jam. That's my jam. That's my jam.
A Vine based on a pun. Bet you've never heard that before. And so finally that brings us back to this YouTube channel. And the first real video I did, like as an adult, was last year. And even though it was just a year ago, it still feels so different from the stuff I make now.
We in here?
That's where the, you know, Jarvis is trying his best came from. That iMovie transition that I didn't know how to replicate when I switched to Premiere. And so thus we have Jarvis is trying his best.
Whatever I make.
Look at that gap. I wish, you know, any of you guys had told me about this gap before I got braces, because wow, like that thing is massive.
Whatever I make is gonna suck.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Like really bad. Not even like Michael Jackson bad or The Room bad. Like Green Lantern bad. Like a lot of people spent a lot of money on this and they tried their best and it was still really bad. But that's kind of the point.
I was aggressive with the jump cuts. Everything I make is gonna suck. Like really bad. Not even like Michael Jackson bad or The Room bad. Like
one of my biggest fears as a human is not living up to other people's expectations of me. And I don't know where that comes from.
I got a pretty good idea of where it comes from, actually.
I'm one of those kids who had to be good at everything they try on the first try. And if I was bad, I would throw a fit. You know, like people.
You know, like close-ups for dramatic effect. I hope I haven't been too kind to myself because I was a shitty kid. Like that Heelys thing was kind of fucked up. Also, like this video where I straight up made fun of one of my classmates and how they spoke.
So my mother, she told me that I couldn't buy a new pencil.
All right, so first of all, I'm wearing a hoodie with a button up. What's that about? This is mean because it's punching down, and punching down is like a term in comedy where you make a joke at the expense of someone who is less powerful or in an oppressed group. So in that situation, me making fun of one of my classmates in a video with a group of other people is bullying, you know? But when I make fun of 5-minute crafts, it's not really punching down, and I feel okay doing it because they are not an oppressed group. They're a big company, it's not a human being, and they're very powerful. So the power dynamic is such that I'm comfortable criticizing them in that manner. Comedy lesson. Same goes for that joke about African children in the podcast. Ugh, God. The point is, I'm not the same person I was, you know, 11, 12 years ago. Oh, one comment. That's pretty funny. So, people can grow, I hope. All right, so this is the point in the video where I bring up the moral, cue the music. I'm Jake! The other one. So speaking of growth, it's been a wild year, and even though I talk about it on this channel, I still feel vulnerable a lot. Like, I'm my own worst critic. I'm never really happy with anything I put out. I've got this, you know, big new audience, but I don't know anything about them or what they want, so I am definitely gonna disappoint them. I've got imposter syndrome about whether or not I deserve such a large audience, and I am a little bit worried about disappointing the tech audience that got me to where I was before the channel took off in the last couple weeks. YouTube for me, among a bunch of other things, is a way for me to experiment and grow with my creativity. And in order to grow, you have to try. It can be scary to try something earnestly because of the fear of not being accepted, but it's necessary for growth. So, am I the worst channel on YouTube? Probably, but it doesn't really matter. There's actually a relevant moment in my first video. I'm just gonna play that.
Regardless of how this video performs, there's gonna be another one. It's just baby steps.
How strong do you have to be to do this? Because I've never been able to break open an apple with my bare hands. It's so hard.
Hey guys, Jarvis here, back with another perfectly normal video with no cause for concern whatsoever. Maybe you've seen a video from me where I call 5 Minute Crafts the worst channel on YouTube. I was wrong. It's actually a great channel with lots of fun crafts for the whole family. Look man, this isn't funny anymore. Like, is this a prank? Who are you?
You haven't figured it out by now?
No, you're wearing a mask and it's really starting to creep me out. So if you take it off, I promise I'll read your stupid intro.
Fine. Jarvis? Yeah, it's me, your boss, Tony Stark. Get it? Because your name is
I get
Jarvis.
it. I've never heard that before.
Don't be sarcastic with me.
Sorry, geez, please just take off the mask.
Fine.
Barack Obama?
Look, I talked to my wife, Michelle, my daughters, Sasha and Malia, and we all just want you to read the dang cue card.
Why do you have so many masks?
Because I'm Batman.
Come on, dude, I just want to know who you are.
No, you don't.
Whoa, dude, you have nothing to hide here. It's a safe space. Really?
Nay.
All right, dude, I don't know what you're hiding behind so many masks, but you don't have to intimidate people for money. You could just work a normal job.
Oh yeah? With a face like this?
You're still wearing a mask.
This is my face.
Oh. Look, man, you're better than this. You don't have to work for these people.
5 Minute Crafts? No, they actually just wanted me to send a strongly worded letter. This is more of a passion project of mine.
So before we get our lives hacked by 5 Minute Crafts, I have two small announcements to make. First, I started a brand new channel for tech videos and personal growth stuff, so I guess that's kind of a big announcement. Second, if that's news to you, you should watch my video from last week because not only did I announce that, I commented on Shane's Jake Paul series.
None of us in the house wanted that.
Teensy, the wall. Get a piece of it.
Get a piece of the what? For some reason, I don't think a lot of people got notified about it, so I just wanted to let you know it exists and that it's probably my favorite video that I've ever made, so check that out if you're into it. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, it's craft time. Now, 5 Minute Crafts is quickly becoming one of the biggest forces on YouTube. When I made a video about them 6 months ago, they had like 16 million subscribers, and now they have nearly 40 million subscribers on YouTube. And contrary to popular belief, likely inspired by the title of that video, I don't really have much against 5 Minute Crafts. I mean, sure, the whacks are pretty hacky and they upload a lot of duplicate content, but I guess that's for the audience to decide. Not that they're without fault, I just think that there's a lot worse happening on the platform. Like this channel, for example. So today, 6 months after the original video, I thought I would check in on our dear friend 5 Minute Crafts and try out some of their best life hacks. Now, if somehow you're not familiar with 5 Minute Crafts, it's a life hacks and DIY channel that posts like 3 20-minute videos every single day. There's lots of clickbait. The videos have titles that have nothing to do with the video. Oh, and the life hacks themselves are not that useful. So I'm Jarvis. I'm here to comment on that for views because that's the state of YouTube in 2018. This one is called Weird Hacks that are actually genius. But as I mentioned before, their thumbnails, titles, and descriptions very often have nothing to do with the video. This one has the plot to the Netflix show Orange is the New Black in it inexplicably. Oh, looks like we're gonna start with some ice cream hacks. You all know that experience where it's a hot summer day and you get ice cream and you don't take a bite out of it for like a really long time, like not even one bite, and then it starts dripping and melting all over your hand. Well, here's a solution to that. This doesn't solve the problem. It's still gonna melt through the hole in the cupcake paper. It's not like airtight. Also, who just like has those cupcake papers lying around? So we've got a Chloe's Pop, ice cream pop here. All right, we'll microwave it. It's like a couple.
We all keep cupcake papers. What do you even call these? Cupcake liners.
Cupcake Yeah.
Did anybody know that? Cupcake liners?
I did.
Okay, it's ready. Oh no! Gosh, I love enjoying ice cream, but I just eat it very slowly, and so I can't finish
Bubba,
it.
you haven't even taken one bite.
Oh, like, a good thing I have these cupcake liners here, so I'm just gonna...
And the...
Jordan, thanks for letting me film in your place.
No problem, you didn't ask.
I mean, we talked about this off. You weren't gonna mention that on camera. That was like a pretty weak attempt to scoop the ice cream, you know? It's almost as if it's staged. I mean, you can clearly see that the ice cream is moving way more than it should. Like, this is definitely melted ice cream. If you heat up the ice cream scoop, it's going to cool down like as soon as it touches the ice cream. We've got some Ben & Jerry's here. It's solid as a rock, you can see that. Now we're just gonna heat this up. It might look like I'm about to do some sort of illicit drugs, but I'm not. I just want to scoop my ice cream. All right, now it's time for the moment of truth. We can tell that it's very hot. Yeah, no one ever talks about that. It's got like ash on it. All right, here we go. Easy to scoop. Great, crazy life hacks using a syringe, because we all have a surplus of medical devices just lying around the house. So we're cutting apart the syringe, and then we're cutting the top off of a bottle of Coke, and now we're gluing it to the syringe, okay, and now we're screwing it back on the bottle of Coke. What is this? What did you just make? Is it for washing your hands when you're like at a tree, when you're at a park? You had water, so you could have just washed your hands with that water, but instead you've invested a lot of effort into crafting what looks like the things that they feed hamsters water out of. All of that was to cut up a hot dog? You had a knife the whole time. You could have just used that. Like, why do all of these hacks add extra equipment to stuff that you could already do? 5 tricks people have learned in prison. That explains the orange is the new black thing in the description, but it's still really weird. Classic prison candle. Everybody's got one of those. What's the worst that could happen? It is only convicted criminals. They're teaching you how to make a knife? Now, I assume kids are the primary demographic of this channel because I refuse to believe otherwise. So we're teaching kids to make weapons, I guess. This next video is called 30 Things You Keep Doing Wrong, and I clicked on it because of this infuriating thumbnail. Nope, that's incorrect. You know how I know it's incorrect? Because they label headphones with left and right. To reverse headphones like that, you have to put the left side on the right and the right side on the left. Like this is so dumb. It does kind of look cool though. So, got another life hack to share with Jordan. Hey Jordan.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, sorry, I can't hear you because I'm just listening to music with my new headphones.
I don't know what it is. You seem cool.
Life hack. First of all, why are they pouring it from that high up? Like, you've introduced the problem because you're trying to like sharpshoot the orange juice into the cup. So, got some almond milk here, and we're just gonna test out a few pouring methods, if you will. First is the clearly inefficient way. It seems fine. There we go. You have to point it at such a specific angle to get it to do that. They're just bad at pouring things. I did make a mess though, so that's bad. Let's try it with the other way. Oh, it's so much harder to pour like this. I feel like you can get it to
It looks good.
I feel like it looks good, but you can get it to do the same thing as the other one. But you know what? I'm gonna give this life hack a 6 out of life hack. Again? Why are they pouring it from so high? It's like that is how gravity works. It's out of frame, it's so high up. So I'm just real quick, just to like demonstrate something. The best way to do this with no spill is just, easy, wow, look, amazing. But like, they must have been putting it like up here, or you know what, I'm gonna use my new method.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how high they must have been. Like, look at how high I am right now. Like, that's how high it must have been. This isn't the way to solve this problem. The life hack is just to bring the milk closer to the bowl.
That's such a bigger mess.
Okay, so I've seen this hack before. How strong do you have to be to do this? Because I've never been able to break open an apple with my bare hands. Hey Jordan, can I help you cut those apples?
Yeah, no, I'm all good. I mean, I've cut apples before, so.
No, but I know you already cut the apples, but I know a really good way to cut apples, so.
You asked me to throw away the apple I cut. Is this a life hack thing?
Yeah.
It's just my blood sugar is really low, and we talked about this. As long as it takes less than like 5 minutes, I should be fine.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
anymore, I might not make it.
Yeah, no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I know a really good life hack. Check it out. Apple, regulation size.
Mm-hmm.
Just 1 second. What was the issue with your blood sugar?
Oh, again, it'll be fine. We've got like 20, 30 seconds.
Okay, yeah.
Not much time left.
Is there anything else we could eat for you?
Really, it has to be a green apple.
Yeah, no, sorry, Haha! Are you against eating out of the trash can?
Just do the life hack. Life hack.
No, I put some nails in it.
Index fingers?
I don't know what you're supposed to do. They don't give any instructions in the life hack.
I just feel like I'm denting the apple.
Yeah.
If only there was some kind of weapon I could use. A small blade.
It's so hard.
It feels like there's some give. You know what I mean?
After 3 people have attempted it.
I'll give you a hand. We're doing the life hack first. And then, in it.
Fuck.
And then,
Legitimately, I can't do it with the...
That's insane.
7 life hacks with straws. We've all needed one of these. What? All right, so you got hot coffee, and then you put the top on, and you poke a hole for the other hole for faster cooling. You know what's even faster cooling? Taking off the top. You actually slowed down the cooling by putting the top on in the first place. Also, who gets coffee at KFC? Restroom survival guide, because every time I go to the bathroom, it's a fight for my life. Okay, so the bathroom's out of order. This is actually the closest we've gotten to an actual situation I've been in. What? Gross. Wait, how did you get into the bathroom? Don't they lock the doors when the restroom is out of order? Also, where did that bag come from? Is that just like something that she's carrying around at all times? You never know when you're gonna need to shit in a trash can. What a weird way to peel a banana.
You might be familiar with the banana, a famously hard to open fruit that is unintuitive and hard to hold also.
Yeah.
This dang skin's always getting in the way.
Yeah, I often want my banana completely without the skin.
I can't even find it.
All right, so I don't know how we're supposed to do this, but I'm just gonna... Oh, it worked.
I think I just got hacked.
And now, I've got,
a slightly dented.
What a natural and normal way to eat a banana. Life hack. Use this hack when you don't want to get food on your hands, but you do want to eat whatever germs were in your hair. Do people have this much trouble cutting onions? Was that a thing that needed hacking? Hi, I'm Jarvis. Now, the first step to making a delicious BLT is to cut a tomato. Let's do that. Oh no. I want to cut my tomato and all I have is this knife. How do I... You know what? I always keep cooking utensils in my hair. Now we stab the tomato violently with the pick. And now we just try to get the knife into the...
A little bit of crossover there.
I seem to have destroyed the tomato.
But the next one, seamless, and the one after that, ooh, just as bad as the first.
Let me just...
Not really getting any
sorry,
better.
it's just... Don't mind me. I'm just gonna...
Oh, looks like you're having about as much success as you were with the pick.
It might look that way to the naked eye, but trust me, the pick makes things a whole lot easier.
Gross.
Great, so 5 Minute Crafts is giving us ideas on how to break the law. And now I'm like questioning whether or not this is for kids. You could also just pour the beer into the cup. Like you don't need, like if an officer catches you during one of these routine beverage checks, they're going to see a beer can. And if you just poured the drink into the cup, there wouldn't be that evidence. Also, you would need a comically large cup to hold the can. For real? All right, sir, your total is $18.95. Now, will you be paying with cash or credit? Just 1 second. Come on, emergency spoon? It's an emergency, but you've got an empty Coke bottle and an X-Acto knife. That was your emergency? You could just drink out of that bowl. It's soup. Okay, yeah, like we've all had shoes like irritate our ankles. Maybe I'm misunderstanding this, but did she spray Axe body spray on her ankle to lubricate it? What? You could just wear socks. What? Wait, what like strange configuration is that shoe in? There are no, like I can't even see the laces. They like set this up to be able to tie it really quickly. Of course it's faster, you've like already tied it. This is gonna be the last one. And we have Pringles on hand, as everyone does. No spill on the coffee. You also can't drink it, but that's a small price to pay. So for our next life hack, I've got some Pringles. We're gonna use the top because we don't need the Pringles for anything. And I have my friend Jessica here.
Hey y'all.
I mean, this looks like a normal, like, sized.
I would call that default size mug, right?
Yeah, these are like, you've got a bunch of these. Like, these are like a normal size for a mug. 2 wolves.
2 wolves, yeah.
All right, no further questions.
Okay, just because you're jealous, you don't have to be rude.
I'm just gonna try and put this on. It's too small.
What if you flip it?
It's like comically, if I flip it, it's like a stopper. It's just like doesn't fit. This one's close.
Oh shit. My god, he's hacked it.
Okay.
He's hacked my whole life.
Okay, here we go. So we're gonna fill this with water.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Having your morning coffee, Jarvis?
Sure.
But don't you have to go on your morning run that you also do?
I love drinking coffee while I run.
Oh no, nearly spilled it.
Wow. Yeah, I should be.
That would have been embarrassing.
Let me just use my good old Pringles top.
So much force required.
It popped off. 1 second.
Wait, once you pop, you can't stop.
Never stop.
Pringles. Anyway, back to my morning run. I'm just gonna put on my cap for my coffee with ease.
And there it is.
Hey, it works. Time to go on my run.
Hey, Jarvis.
It actually, it was really effective. So that's all I have for today. I just wanted to goof on 5-minute crafts and have some fun with my friends. If you like this video, definitely check out the one for last week because I'm sure you didn't see it. And maybe check out the second channel as well. Transition. Thanks to Christine S for turning on notifications. I have no idea if I'm saying that right. If you want me to butcher your name, leave a comment on this video and hit the notification bell so that you're actually notified about my videos when they come out. That way I can be externally validated by you. It's only courteous. And that's the end of the video, but I still have so many questions like, why?